African Children's Choir have long been one of Uganda's greatest musical ambassadors. They have performed in exotic places with global stars you can only dream of. Therein is the essence of the choir and the organization, to make the dreams of disadvantaged children come true. And at their school in Kasenyi, they recently held a concert to celebrate music and friendship and the limitless possibilities a good heart can bring. One of the performances was by One Voice. We talked to Barbara Kayaga, lead singer, and one of the voices that made Yoga Yoga the awesome song that it was.
One Voice is a group of former African Children's Choir kids who grew up in the system, and so when we grew up we actually decided to continue singing and started our own very little group. Yeah, each member of the One Voice has actually benefited from the organization Music for Life, stroke the African Children's Choir, because we were all sponsored through school by that organization, and so we decided to give back through our music by helping out, you know. So we do Christmas productions and then we raise money and actually buy food stuff for children living in the slums around Katanga, Chiunya and all those other places. So that's our way, that's most of the places where the children come from. And so it's us being attached to our history and a way of actually giving back to the very organization that's made us who we are.
All the way from Australia came Kwaya. Men and women who had traveled over 10,000 miles to show that all good things start with a song and an extended hand of friendship.
Hi, my name's Marsha Gusti. I'm from Australia and I am president of an organisation called Kwaya Australia Incorporated. 2 years ago I had a vision of bringing singers from across Australia together to raise money and go to a country where they had disadvantaged children and needed help, and we could take that money there, work on projects and sing at the same time. And we found the African Children's Choir. I came home after my walk one day and said, we have to go to Africa. I sat down, I Googled, and we found the African Children's Choir. They responded by an email and said, we'd love to have you, so we came. And today is another example of the amazing work that we do together as a team. The African Children's Choir hosts us when we come here, and we have been working on projects all week, building gardens, going to schools in the slum, repainting and renovating schools. We also do workshops with the children, teaching them harmonica, craft, art, singing, dance, and overall we have a wonderful time.
Another friend of the ACC, who only happens to be one of Uganda's gospel megastars, is Judith Babiri.
African Children's Choir is one of those unique organizations in Uganda that reaches out to our children, the orphans, disadvantaged, every kind of child that has a life that does not meet the basic needs of life, like accommodation, education, welfare, name it. African Children's Choir goes out of their way to reach out to them. And we share a vision and a passion that is loving our children. And because of that, I love African Children's Choir and they love me. What drives me when I'm on stage is the passion. The lyrics within my songs. When I listen to the words, I get dissolved within the words. And the two become one. That is why you see me as if me and the song, we are one, because I try to dissolve within the music. And when I dissolve within the music, of course the crowd will follow. Me, the Bible that I believe in says, you cannot give what you do not have. Because I have the passion, and I sing with the passion, I dance with the passion, I perform with the passion, and the crowd follows with the passion.
Honoring the invitation to the event was another popular songstress.
I'm so honored to be invited to this event for the African Children's Choir. I've heard a lot about them. I've heard about the amazing work they do. They are such talented children. But I also met them for the first time. I remember the airstrip when we were doing Uganda at 50, and that was the first time I met them, and I was just so. I can't even describe what I felt when I heard them sing live. They are so gifted, and being here for me is such an honor. I think it's a great thing that we get to get young children and nurture their talent from the time they're really little, because we guys never got that opportunity. So, I mean, I know the future is bright for these kids. They are in safe hands. People like Scott, people like Joseph, I mean, all these guys, they've done an amazing job, and I'm just so happy to be here, and I hope God continues to bless them and continues to give them more great things and give them more talented people. I think it happens to all artists, you're invited to a place and you're just a guest, and just the love from the crowd, the love from the fans just changes your mind. I was just there to speak, and I changed my mind right there and said, you know what, how can I leave this place without singing for these people? They have so much love. That's why I ended up singing, and it was quite exciting, especially the kids. That was love. That was a lot of love.
Also to make an appearance was a man whose story is similar to that of many children in the choir.
Yeah, Wilson Bugembe is my name. Praise the Lord. I am born again. I go to Light the World Church, Nansana, where I'm the lead pastor there. I love the African Children's Choir because I had always heard about them, seen them on TV all over the world. And one day I knocked at their door. There's this thing we do every year, we call it the worship night in Nachivabo Stadium. And so I wanted them to come and present, and they were so easy. I met this guy called Scott. They were so easy. They came and sang. They come and sang for the Ugandans, and it was beautiful for them to sing at their own home because they had been all over the world. So since then I became part of their family. I love the kids. I'm kind of so attached to them. I pray for them. I've seen them grow, some of them, and I'm glad that the African Children's Choir allowed me to be part of them.
The beauty of the ACC is that they built roots, and the day's events were just a show of what the organization means for the children of Uganda.
I think the concert went really well. We had Juliana show up and gave us a song, and we didn't expect that. We have Twina, Herbert Twina, we've got Pastor Bugembe, Judith Babirie showed up to give us some music, and of course we've had the African Children's Choir performing and many other artists. Our friends from Australia came with a choir made up of choir members built from all parts of Australia, and they came together to build one choir for Uganda. So they also gave us some music today as well. So we had some mixing of cultures, some mixing of music, and I think everybody's enjoyed the day really well.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the show. Unfortunately, that's all we had time for. But one last thing before I go. Go on to www.mtn.co.ug now to find out the new hotspots around Kampala. Yes, free internet for you. Welcome to the new world with MTN.